Chosen One, this message didn't find you by accident. God led you here for a reason. There's a divine alignment happening in your spirit right now. You've been feeling a deep sense that you were born for something greater, something ancient, something that transcends ordinary life. That feeling isn't delusion. It's divine confirmation. You are part of a prophetic unfolding that was spoken of long before you took your first breath. You are the fulfillment of promises, prayers, and prophecies that echo through generations. Before we dive deep, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because this message isn't just another video. It's a divine revelation meant for the chosen ones who carry ancient purpose. And to everyone who's been supporting through Super Hanks, may God bless you abundantly. Your faithfulness, your energy, and your presence here mean more than you know. Every time you watch, comment, or share, you're helping spread light that was destined to awaken others. I'm deeply grateful for each of you walking this divine path together. If your spirit feels this message already stirring something inside you, type 77 in the comments right now. That number isn't random. It represents divine completion through the ages. It's a prophetic declaration that you are part of something ancient, sacred, and unfolding right now. When you type it, you're not just commenting. You're agreeing with heaven that you are ready to step into the fulfillment of a prophecy that was spoken generations ago. Understand this. Not everyone will make it to the end of this message. Only those whose souls are truly aligned, those who have felt the pull of destiny for years, will grasp what's being revealed here. Because what you're about to hear will confirm what your spirit has known all along. You are the living answer to a prophecy that has been echoing through time. This is not a message you listen to once and move on from. This is a living word, a spiritual key unlocking the memory of who you really are and why you're here. Watch it again whenever your soul feels called to, because each time you do, another layer of divine truth will rise to the surface. The prophecy isn't just being told anymore. It's being fulfilled through you. Let's dive deeper. Chapter 1. The prophecy was spoken long before you were born. Chosen One, before the stars were hung in the sky and before the earth took form, your existence was already written into the divine script of creation. You are not a product of chance. You are a result of prophecy. In the heavenly realms, before time began, there was a sacred conversation about you. God spoke your name into the winds of eternity and said, "At the appointed time, this one will rise." That appointed time is now. You didn't just appear in this generation by coincidence. You were sent. You are the answer to prayers spoken by ancestors long gone, to cries lifted from generations that never saw freedom, peace, or light, but believed one day it would come. You are the physical evidence that heaven keeps its promises, even if they take centuries to unfold. You are walking proof that divine timing never fails. Prophets and visionaries from ages past saw glimpses of what we're living in now. They couldn't name you, but they described your spirit. They spoke of a people who would carry both ancient wisdom and futuristic insight, who would stand in the gap between heaven and earth. You are part of that lineage. Your spirit holds memories older than this lifetime. That's why you've always felt a sense of knowing, a quiet understanding that you were born for something extraordinary, something the world can't always explain. There was a divine agreement made before your arrival. The heavens declared that when the world would enter deep confusion, when truth would be buried under noise, and when darkness would disguise itself as light, a chosen generation would emerge. You were chosen to be part of that generation, to restore divine order and awaken souls that have forgotten who they are. Everything about your life has been strategic. Your pain had purpose. Your isolation was initiation. The rejections, the delays, the betrayals, all were orchestrated to refine you into the vessel capable of carrying ancient power in modern form. You were never being punished. You were being prepared. Even the struggles of your ancestors contributed to your preparation. Their prayers built the spiritual foundation for you to stand upon. Their endurance bought time for your emergence. Every tear they cried, every hardship they overcame, every promise they clung to, it all added weight to the prophecy you now embody. You are walking with the strength of generations behind you. You are their answered prayer. You see, this prophecy isn't just a story. It's a vibration that has been echoing through eternity. It's the same sound that stirred the prophets of Israel, the mystics of old, and the watchmen of every age. It's the same sound now awakening inside your spirit. You can feel it when you're alone, when you pray, when you sense something shifting but can't explain why. That's not coincidence. That's your calling recognizing itself. Chosen One, you are a bridge between what was and what will be. You are here to restore divine memory to a forgetful world. You carry light codes in your soul, wisdom in your words, and healing in your presence. You were born for this exact moment in history, to fulfill what was once only a divine whisper. So stand tall, even if you don't fully understand your role yet. Heaven has been waiting centuries for you to awaken. Chapter 2, you were hidden in plain sight. Chosen One. From the very beginning, you sensed that your journey would not look like anyone else's. There was something about your path that felt different, quieter and deeper. While others were celebrated publicly, you were being shaped privately. You weren't excluded, you were protected. God placed you in positions that seemed insignificant because He was working on significance within you. You weren't forgotten, you were being fortified. Your seasons of silence were not wasted. They were sacred. Every hidden year, every unnoticed effort, and every unacknowledged victory was part of divine timing. You may have looked around and wondered why your progress seemed invisible, why doors didn't open as quickly as others, or why your gifts seemed to go unseen. But heaven saw it all. The delay was divine design. The concealment was covenant protection. God was perfecting something in your spirit that applause could have easily destroyed too soon. Like Moses raised in Pharaoh's palace, like David anointed but not yet crowned, like Esther hidden in the palace until the decree was spoken, your preparation required divine secrecy. If the enemy had known who you truly were, he would have tried to destroy you before you reached maturity. So God covered your identity under ordinary layers. He disguised your greatness as simplicity. That's why people underestimated you. They weren't meant to see the full picture yet. You see, being hidden is not the same as being forgotten. There is divine strategy in obscurity. God hid you to preserve your purity. He allowed you to walk through seasons of loneliness to develop discernment. He let some connections fall away so you could learn to depend on Him alone. You were never being isolated for punishment. You were being insulated for purpose. What looked like rejection was actually redirection. For years, heaven watched you in the quiet hours, when you cried out in prayer, when you served without recognition, when you gave without expecting return. Those were the moments when heaven took notes. Every act of obedience, every tear, every unseen act of faith was a seed sown in the spiritual realm. And now those seeds are breaking through the soil of your life. The hidden seasons are about to bear visible fruit. Chosen One, your spirit carries a frequency that can't be understood by the ordinary. That's why some people misread you. They felt your energy but couldn't interpret it. They sensed your depth but couldn't comprehend your purpose. They may have tried to label you, limit you, or laugh at you. But none of that mattered, because your identity isn't defined by human perception. It's sealed by divine prophecy. You've been walking among the crowd, looking normal, but carrying eternal fire within you. You've been operating in places that didn't match your anointing because God wanted to train your humility before releasing your authority. Every small job, every random situation, every insignificant encounter was spiritual training disguised as daily life. You are learning how to move in wisdom, not just power. And now the covering is lifting. The spiritual veil that concealed you is being removed. The atmosphere has shifted. Heaven's timing has aligned with your destiny. Chapter 3. The generational mission you carry, Chosen One. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. Your assignment is ancestral. You are the continuation of a story that began long before your first breath. The blood in your veins carries memory, legacy, and unfinished work. You are not just your parents' child. You are the answer to generations of prayers, the embodiment of promises made between heaven and your lineage. Your ancestors dreamed of freedom, but you're the one sent to live it. They prayed for healing, and you're manifesting it. They fought battles they couldn't win, and God reserved the victory for you. There were blessings delayed, promises paused, and dreams deferred, but not denied. Heaven marked you as the vessel through which those unfulfilled words would finally come alive. This is why your life has felt like a constant uphill battle. You weren't just wrestling with your own struggles. You were confronting the unhealed pain of generations before you. You felt emotional heaviness that didn't make sense. Your spirit has been breaking generational chains in the unseen realm. Every time you chose forgiveness, faith, or saying no to destructive patterns, you shifted your bloodline toward redemption. The 1,000-year prophecy isn't about personal recognition. It's about spiritual restoration. God saw the dysfunction, the poverty, and the brokenness that tried to repeat across generations. But He also saw you, a willing vessel with the courage to confront what others avoided, heal what others suppressed, and rise where others fell. You were chosen to be the generational bridge, the one who connects the cries of the past with the promises of the future. Chosen one, that's why your battles have been intense. You've been fighting for more than just yourself. When you broke toxic patterns, you freed your children and their children. When you refused to give up, heaven rejoiced because your persistence ensured divine destiny. You are carrying the mission of countless souls who came before you. That descendant is you. There were generations before you who couldn't walk in the light you now carry. They didn't have the awareness, resources, or freedom to live their purpose, but they planted seeds through faith, prayer, and tears, and those seeds have now blossomed in you. Their unfinished songs are your voice. Their hidden dreams are your reality. Their silent prayers are your testimony. You are not just a product of your family. You are the redemption of your family. You are rewriting the story. You are reversing the curse. Every door that closed on them, God is reopening through you. Every opportunity they missed, you're positioned to receive. Every generational wound that festered in silence is being healed through your obedience. You are not just a bridge between eras. You are the portal through which divine justice enters the bloodline. And this mission is not limited to your family. It extends far beyond. Your vibration carries healing to everyone connected to you. When you step into alignment, you awaken others to their divine purpose. When you walk in your light, you illuminate paths for those still walking in darkness. You are a ripple effect in human form. Your awakening activates awakening in others. Chapter 4. The enemy tried to erase you for a reason. Chosen one. From the moment you came into awareness, darkness has tried to suppress your light. The attacks, betrayals, confusion, and heartbreak were not random. They were deliberate attempts to derail divine timing. The enemy targeted your relationships, your opportunities, your dreams, and even your own mind, hoping to convince you that you were powerless. But what the enemy didn't realize was that the prophecy over your life protected you. Heaven had already marked you as chosen, and no weapon formed against you could prosper in the spiritual blueprint written before time began. The very pressure meant to destroy you became the fire that refined you. Every trial, every disappointment, every moment of rejection was a layer of spiritual strengthening. You are still standing not because of luck, talent, or circumstance, but because destiny cannot be canceled. God's covenant over your life ensured that each attack only sharpened your resolve, clarified your purpose, and aligned you closer to your divine assignment. Every time you survived what was meant to break you, you activated another layer of God's plan within you. You became stronger, wiser, and more spiritually equipped than you were before. You are living proof that God's word never fails, that His promises cannot return void, and that what is written in heaven will manifest on earth in its appointed time. The enemy saw your potential before you even did. That's why the warfare was so intense. He knew that your breakthrough would shift not only your life, but also the lives of countless others who are connected to your destiny. That's why you felt the heavy weight of unseen battles, the sudden doubts, the restless nights, and the inexplicable attacks. Because prophetic lives attract supernatural resistance. But here's the truth. Opposition is not the absence of favor. It is confirmation of your significance. Prophecy always attracts resistance. If there was nothing special about you, there would be no need for such a fight. Chosen one, the fact that you're still here, still believing, still rising, that alone confirms that the prophecy is alive within you. The enemy cannot erase what God has written. Every wound you endured, every betrayal you survived, and every moment you kept trusting God became a step closer to your fulfillment. Your resilience is not ordinary, it is prophetic. And now the same force that tried to stop you is being used to push you forward. Your past battles are forming the launch pad for your future victories. Tonight, God is saying, you are not defined by the attacks of the enemy. You are defined by the purpose written over your spirit. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the chosen vessel carrying a legacy that darkness cannot comprehend. The resistance was never the end. It was the preparation. And the prophecy within you is moving toward its manifestation, unstoppable, undeniable, and eternal in power. Rise, chosen one. The enemy tried to erase you, but you survived. The enemy tried to break your faith, but it became unshakable. The enemy tried to silence your destiny, but your voice now carries authority. Stand in the revelation that you are protected, you are chosen, and you are moving into a life that has been secured for you since before time began. Chapter 5. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. Chosen one. Your presence carries the vibration of both realms. You are not fully of this world. You operate between heaven and earth. That's why you've always felt different, like you don't quite belong anywhere. Even in a crowd, you sense things others miss. Your spirit perceives the unseen currents, the whispers of heaven, and the spiritual undercurrents guiding every moment. Your soul has always known that your purpose exceeds ordinary life, that your calling is to translate divine truth into earthly reality. God uses your intuition, your empathy, your discernment, and your wisdom to move mountains in ways people cannot see. You speak peace where there is chaos, authority where there is confusion, and hope where despair seems to linger. Your presence alone carries healing, alignment, and divine strategy. You don't always need words. Your energy, your posture, and your actions convey God's message. Even when you feel unseen, the spiritual realm recognizes your authority. You are heaven's conduit, a living interface between the divine and the natural. The prophecy spoke of a generation that would bridge the unseen and the seen, the spiritual and the physical. That generation is here, and you are part of it. You are the link through which God's plans for restoration, alignment, and breakthrough flow into the world. Your prayers, your worship, your obedience, and your discipline are all vessels for heaven's will. The light inside you is not just for illumination. It is a signal, a connection point for heaven's wisdom to manifest in tangible ways. Every decision you make, every word you speak, and every action you take is creating pathways for divine intervention. The people, opportunities, and moments that cross your path are being orchestrated by God to align with the bridge you are meant to be. Your life is a living demonstration of what happens when heaven and earth intersect. You have been called to carry the blueprint of divine purpose in ways others cannot comprehend yet, and your role is eternal. Chosen one. The feeling of being set apart, of being misunderstood or overlooked, is not rejection. It is recognition of your sacred assignment. The universe is already responding to the frequency you carry, arranging circumstances and aligning souls to match the bridge that you are. Chapter 6. The signs are already showing. Lately, you've started noticing things that can no longer be dismissed as coincidence. Numbers repeating wherever you go. Dreams that carry messages too precise to ignore. People appearing at the exact moment you need encouragement or clarity. Answers arriving not through noise, but through silence, through intuition, through that still, calm voice within. These are not random occurrences. They are confirmations that heaven is moving around you. They are divine signals that the prophecy written within your soul is beginning to activate. Chosen one, you are walking through a season of divine alignment. Every symbol, every whisper, every unexpected encounter is a language from the unseen realm. Heaven is communicating with you because you are now tuned to its frequency. You are no longer living by sight alone. You are living by revelation. You are being guided by signs, visions, synchronicities, and inner promptings that align perfectly with your destiny. It's not luck. It's orchestration. It's the invisible hand of God arranging the visible. You'll find yourself in places you never planned to be, yet somehow it will feel familiar. You'll meet souls who instantly resonate with your spirit, as if you've known them across lifetimes. You'll walk through doors that once seemed sealed shut, but now open with little effort, because divine timing has arrived. The resistance that once surrounded you is being lifted. The confusion that clouded your path is clearing. Your inner compass is sharpening, and your spirit is remembering its assignment. You are being guided back to your original blueprint, ChosenOne. When heaven begins to reveal your role in prophecy, it's not just a feeling, it's an awakening. You start to sense a power rising within you, one that feels ancient and familiar. You'll feel it in your bones, in your breath, in the quiet moments when you realize that everything you've endured was preparation. Your purpose will no longer feel like something to discover. It will feel like something you've known all along. The veil is thinning, and what was once hidden is now being unveiled. You are noticing the world responding differently to your presence. People are drawn to you without knowing why. Environments shift when you enter them. Opportunities begin to chase you instead of you chasing them. This is evidence that the prophecy is in motion, that heaven has already begun to position you for manifestation. Even your thoughts are manifesting faster. Your prayers are echoing louder, and your intuition is becoming your greatest guide. Everything around you is starting to align, not because you are changing the world, but because you are aligning with the version of yourself heaven always intended you to be. The more you trust, the more you see. The more you surrender, the more you receive. The more you listen, the louder heaven speaks. You are remembering your divine code, your sacred pattern, your eternal connection. ChosenOne, this is not the beginning of something new. It's the awakening of something ancient. You are the prophecy in motion. You are the sign that heaven has already begun to manifest its word on earth. Chapter 7. You are the prophecy in motion, ChosenOne. You are not waiting for the prophecy to come true. You are the prophecy being fulfilled. Every trial, every victory, every delay, every tear, every season of silence was orchestrated by heaven to shape you into the vessel that could carry this responsibility. Nothing was random. Everything was intentional. You are walking proof that God keeps His promises. You are the bridge between the prayers of the past and the blessings of the future. Every ancestor who prayed, every prophet who foresaw a generation rising in light, points to you. The prayers of those who came before are being answered through your life. Now is your time to rise, to step into authority, and to walk boldly in your calling. Heaven did not call you to blend in. You are sent to awaken nations, shine in dark places, and bring clarity where confusion lingers. You are that embodiment. Lift your head and understand. You are the fulfillment of words spoken 1,000 years ago. You are right on divine time. Walk with authority, speak with boldness, and move with purpose. Every step you take confirms that God's plan is unstoppable. Remember, the storms you survived strengthened you. The opposition you faced proved you. And the delays you endured prepared you. When heaven said, "Let there be light," you were part of that decree. You are the prophecy in motion, and the world is about to witness what God has been preparing in secret. Your time is now. Your moment is here. ChosenOne. As you reflect on everything you've walked through, the pain, the waiting, the victories, the prayers, you can now see the purpose. You are not here by accident. Every challenge was shaping you. Every delay was preparing you, and every victory was a confirmation that you are ready. The prophecy isn't just words from the past. It's alive in your life today. You are the living, breathing fulfillment of what heaven declared centuries ago. Your presence matters. Your obedience matters. Your faith matters. Step forward with confidence, knowing that God has already ordained your path. Walk boldly, speak truth, and act with divine authority.